This 1970 Hot Wheels tune-up tower had previously been refurbished, but now I'm giving it a final cleanup so that it's ready for shipping. Start by taking off the first floor, removing the screws and lifting the first floor away. And now I'll take a look at the treadmill. I'll lift up the ramp just by using a little screwdriver to loosen the ramp portion. Typically when these things don't work right, it's the black roller that isn't quite clean enough. The trouble with these rubber rollers is they kind of dry out over the years, and it helps to clean them up and get a little moisture back into them. So I'm using a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser just to clean any final debris off. And once that's done, I'm ready to put it back together. There's a little retainer spring that keeps the roller in place so that the treadmill spins freely and doesn't fly apart. The batteries go in a specific position as outlined in the bottom of the floor of the tower there. These are D-size batteries, and now we'll test it out, and sure enough, the treadmill works beautifully. You can see the gearing there for the treadmill right there, and here for the elevator, going one direction up and one direction down, and that all seems to be working fine. To work further on the elevator, I'm going to pull it out of the tune-up tower and I'm going to release the little foot clippings onto base, just pushing backward and setting it free, and then gently lifting the elevator up and away. Previously, I'd been using black friction tape on the roller of the elevator to make it grip properly and work properly. Trouble is it leaves a black residue on the clear ribbon, which I don't like. So I'm using an alcohol swab here to remove that residue, and fortunately it comes off pretty easy. Similarly, the pulley for the elevator, I'm just going to give it a cleanup. I've taken the black friction tape off of it. But the nice thing is the black friction tape sort of leaves a bit of residue on the rubber roller that makes it a bit tacky, which really comes in handy to helping it function well. So as a result, I'm not going to put any more friction tape on. I think this will work fine just the way it is. And I'm going to reinsert the pulley into the proper place in the belt here. And now the gearing will just click into place, and I'll just test it using my fingers to see if it'll move properly. Alright, now I'm putting the elevator back into position. And again, the two little feet just slide into the slots in the base. Here's a hand test of the elevator mechanism, and it seems to work pretty well. And you can see me just spinning the gear on the elevator, and it is working. Now I'll put the first floor back into place, settling it down on the columns of the tune-up tower and making sure the elevator slides back into its proper position. Then it's just a matter of putting in the screws and snugging them down. At this point we can give it a test go. I've got the batteries back in place, elevator going down. I'm using a 1969 splitting image, which is a metal on metal car, so it's fairly heavy, and the elevator is working nicely with it. Not slipping or hesitating, but moving fine. The treadmill also is working nicely. Again, the weight of the car is not causing it to malfunction. It is spinning freely. And here's a final sequence of the elevator working with the car in place. So there you go. 1970 Hot Wheels tune-up tower prepped and ready for shipping to its new owner.